beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. Then God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters, to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the water under it from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. Then God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees that bear fruit with seed in it." And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the sky to separate the day from the night, to mark sacred times, days, and years." So God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars and set them in the sky to give light to the earth. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. Then God said, "Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth." So God created the great creatures of the sea, every living thing that moves in the water, and every winged bird according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the waters in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. Then God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, creatures that move along the ground, and wild animals." And it was so. God made the wild animals, the livestock, and all the creatures that move along the ground. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over all the earth." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish, the birds, and every living creature." Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant and every tree with fruit. This will be your food. And to all creatures, I give every green plant for food." And it was so. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. On the seventh day, God had finished his work, so he rested. Then he blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all his work. Then the Lord God said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." God had formed all the wild animals and birds, and he brought them to the man to see what he would name them. But among all the creatures, no suitable helper was found. So God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep. While he was sleeping, God took one of his ribs and made a woman from it. When the man saw her, he said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. Adam and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame. Now, the serpent was more crafty than any wild animal the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" The woman replied, "We may eat from the trees, but God said, 'Do not eat from the tree in the middle of the garden, or you will die.'" The serpent said, "You will not certainly die. God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." The woman saw that the fruit was good for food and pleasing to the eye. She took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, and he ate it. Then their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. Then the Lord God called to the man, "Where are you?" The man replied, "I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" The man said, "The woman you put here with me. She gave me fruit, and I ate it." Then God said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" She replied, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." So the Lord God said to the serpent, "Cursed are you above all animals. You will crawl on your belly and eat dust all the days of your life. I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." To the woman he said, "I will make your pains in childbirth very severe. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." To Adam he said, "Because you ate from the tree, cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat from it all the days of your life. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground. For dust you are, and to dust you will return." Adam named his wife Eve, because she would become the mother of all the living.